Welcome to the Depth Dive. Our mission, as always, is to cut through the noise and really give you those shortcuts to being properly informed. Today, we're tackling something huge, maybe the biggest hurdle for anyone learning English or any language, really. It's that confidence gap.
Right.
You know, you've done the work, you know the words, but then you step into that real world moment. Maybe it's a party, maybe you're just ordering coffee, maybe it's a work thing, and poof,
Yeah.
the grammar flies out the window, you freeze up. It's awful.
It is, and it's incredibly common. The research we dug into for this deep dive really points to this core thing.
Yeah.
We measure language learning academically, but real-world success, that comes down to comfort. It's about rhythm.
Comfort and rhythm, not vocabulary lists.
Exactly. Knowing the words is, well, obviously essential, but sounding natural, that's about delivering them smoothly, efficiently, and with all those little social lubricants native speakers use without thinking. It's not about perfection at all. It's flow.
Okay, let's dive right into that because our goal today is basically to smash that anxiety. We want to show you that sounding confident, sounding relaxed, it isn't really tied to having a perfect accent or knowing some super advanced words.
Not at all.
It's about using specific little tools, micro tools almost. These tiny phrases, often really short, really kind, really clear, that just manage the conversation, keep things moving, keep that connection going.
And stop things from getting awkward.
Yes,
Yeah.
prevent the stumble.
So we've basically boiled down the essential scripts, the key phrases, for 5 really common everyday situations. Think of this as your immediate action plan.
We're starting easy. In the supermarket, we'll talk about why that's a great practice space.
Yeah.
Then we'll move into the slightly more chaotic social event.
Okay.
Then restaurants and cafes, the airport, always stressful, and finally the office environment, which has its own unique kind of language.
And for each one, we're going to give you the exact phrases, the techniques, small talk, connected speech, casual stuff that native speakers actually use. Right. The stuff that makes you sound like you belong there.
So yeah, get comfortable. We're skipping the textbook stuff and jumping straight into the conversational secrets that you actually need right when you need them. Let's start with that low stakes place you mentioned, the forgiving arena. Okay, the supermarket. You called it the forgiving arena. Why start there?
Well, think about it. It's like your language, Jim, as you put it. The conversations are almost always super quick, right? They're transactional. Get in, get your stuff, get out.
Yeah, not much deep philosophical debate happening in aisle 3.
Exactly. And crucially, the stakes are low. If you slightly mispronounce zucchini or something, the cashier isn't going to, refuse to sell it to you. They'll figure it out.
Right.
So the real focus here isn't on complex grammar. It's on practicing warmth and these short, really clear exchanges. It's a safe place to just try things out.
Okay, so let's talk greetings. Staff member says, "Hi there, how are you today?" Or "How's it going?" What's the natural, non-awkward reply?
Keep it simple. And reciprocal. Good sayings. How about you? That's honestly the gold standard.
Good, thanks. How about you?
Yeah. It acknowledges them, shows a little gratitude, and then gently tosses the conversational ball back. Quick, easy, polite. You're aiming for just a tiny moment of connection, not like your full life story.
Okay. And there's that specific UK thing the sources mention, right? If someone says, "You all right?"
Ah, yes. Crucial difference. In the UK, particularly in casual settings like a shop, you all right often just means hello.
Right. It's not an actual inquiry into your well-being.
Definitely not. Do not start listing your aches and pains or how your day is really going. That breaks the rhythm completely. The expected reply is just, "Yeah, all right, thanks," or maybe, "Good, you." Something short and sweet like that.
So short is key for these greetings. Avoid rambling.
Absolutely. Long, detailed answers signal you're maybe a bit nervous or you don't quite get the script. Warmth, yes, but efficiency too.
Okay, got it. Now, what about actually finding stuff? You're in the aisle, can't see the pasta. How do you ask without sounding demanding or lost?
Right, the approach matters. You need a softener first. Excuse me, is the classic. Can't go wrong with that. Then just be direct. Don't overcomplicate it with things like, "I was wondering if you might possibly be able to assist me in locating." No.
Too much.
Way too much. Just, "Excuse me, do you know where the pasta is?" Simple. Clear. Or even shorter if you're in a hurry. "Hi, where's the bread section?"
And notice that question structure. Where's the bread section becomes, where's the bread section? That natural contraction.
Exactly. And if they give you a quick answer like aisle 5 next to the rice,
You should acknowledge that, right? Not just wander off.
yeah, a quick confirmation shows you are listening and appreciate the help. Just aisle 5, got it, thanks. Or great, thanks. Shows you're efficient.
Okay, now availability. This happens all the time. The shelf is empty. You want that specific brand of yogurt, and it's gone. How do you ask if there's more without sounding, I don't know, annoyed?
Yeah, you definitely want to avoid, why don't you have any more milk? That's confrontational.
Right.
Instead, use softer language to inquire about backstock. A simple, do you have any more in stock, works fine.
Or add another softener.
Yeah, make it feel even less demanding. By any chance, do you have any more in the back? That, by any chance, is a great little phrase. It lowers the pressure.
And if they say no?
Then the natural follow-up looks forward. Oh, okay. Do you know when you'll be getting more in? It's practical, respects their time, and focuses on the future.
Make sense? Okay, prices. The dreaded moment at the checkout when something rings up wrong. How do you handle that smoothly?
Again, non-accusatory language is key. You're questioning the price, not the person.
Right. It's about the system, not them.
Exactly. So phrases like, oh, I think this rang up wrong,
Yeah.
work well. Or even clearer, the shelf said $3.99, could you maybe price check it? You're asking for verification, not starting a fight.
And this applies to deals too, like checking if something's on sale.
Yeah, be specific. Is this part of the buy one, get one free deal? And listen for the local shorthand. North America often uses BOGO.
Buy one, get one.
Right. Whereas in the UK, you'll probably hear 2 for 1. Knowing that little regional difference helps you follow along.
Good tip. Okay, where specificity really becomes important is places like the produce section or the deli counter. You can't just ask for fruit or cheese.
No way. If you don't use adjectives, you're leaving it entirely up to them. This is prime practice for making precise requests.
So, like with fruit, thinking about ripeness.
Absolutely. Use those describing words. If you need avocados for guacamole tonight, you ask, do you have any that are riper? Or maybe, could you help me find some ripe avocados?
But if you want them for later in the week,
Then you'd say, I'm looking for peaches that aren't too ripe yet, or could I get some firmer avocados? You're clearly communicating your need.
and the deli counter. That feels like the ultimate test of being specific.
It really is. Just asking for some turkey is useless. You'll get a random amount, probably sliced too thick or too thin.
So what's the formula?
You need to bundle 3 things: the item, the amount, weight or slices, and the cut or thickness.
Okay, give me an example.
Could I get 200 grams of ham, please? Thinly sliced? Or, using U.S. weights, I'll take half a pound of roast beef, medium thickness?
And what if you're not sure what medium thickness means to them?
The pro move. Ask for a visual check. Could you slice one piece first so I can just see the thickness?
Oh, I like that.
It shows you care, you're specific, and you're working with them. Very natural, very confident.
Now, these casual exchanges often use that connected speech you mentioned earlier, like gonna for going to. Why is noticing that so important?
Because it's the sound of comfort, the rhythm of natural, relaxed speech. When we're not stressed, our words tend to flow together. Going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna.
Like, I'm at the store, gonna grab some milk.
Exactly. You don't have to source yourself to say gonna, but understanding it, recognizing it when you hear it, makes spoken English feel less fast and intimidating. And related to that are fillers.
Like, and, people worry about using those.
They shouldn't. Fillers like, well, or even starting with, sorry, quick question, are totally normal. They're just little sounds we make while our brain catches up or finds the right words.
So they buy you time?
Precisely. They're time buyers, not signs you don't know English. They actually show the listener you're actively thinking and planning your next phrase, which is completely natural. Using them appropriately can actually make you sound more fluent, less robotic.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. Okay, one last supermarket thing. What if you completely blank on a word? You want an avocado, but the word just vanishes.
Happens to everyone, even native speakers. The key is paraphrasing. Describe it.
Like your example, those green fruits for guacamole.
Exactly. It shows you can navigate around a problem.
Yeah.
You keep the conversation moving. It's way better than just freezing and saying nothing while you desperately search your mental dictionary for avocado. Maybe say that soft green fruit, for
And they'll likely jump in with avocado.
probably. And then you confirm with a quick, warm response. Phrases like, got it, perfect, or great, thanks, when they help you out. These little confirmations are super important. They signal competence, gratitude, and keep things flowing smoothly.
Okay, leaving the relatively safe harbor of the supermarket and heading into what you called the unpredictable room, the social event, a party, a networking thing.
Yeah, and the sources we looked at consistently highlight this as, well, often the most anxiety-provoking place for learners.
Why is that? Is it just more people?
It's a combination of things. The noise level is often higher, the conversations are faster, less predictable, topics shift constantly, multiple people might be talking, and the goal isn't just a simple transaction like buying milk. It's about social connection, fitting in. The stakes feel higher.
Right. You can't just script your way through a 20-minute chat like you can an order at the deli.
Exactly. So the key isn't having long speeches prepared. It's mastering the entry, the exit, and those crucial little connecting phrases in between. Small, simple things are your best friend here.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. You arrive. The first 30 seconds. What do you do? Who do you talk to?
First, the host. Always acknowledge the host. Simple warmth is best.
Like what?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. Or hi, thanks for the invite. Follow it up with a quick, easy compliment about the place or the event itself.
Oh, like, great place you've got here, or loving the music.
Exactly. Great place, by the way.
Right.
Short, simple. It shows you're polite, you're present, and it gives the host a quick, positive interaction before they inevitably get pulled away by someone else.
Okay, host acknowledged. Now you need to talk to strangers. The scary part. What are some good natural openers?
You need something friendly that invites them to share a little. Leading with your name and connecting yourself to the event is usually the safest bet.
So, hey, I'm Alex. How do you know Sarah and Tom, the hosts?
Perfect. It's direct, friendly, and gives them an easy question to answer. Or, if you're feeling a bit more direct, maybe, hi, I'm Alex. I actually don't know many people here. How about you?
Or, I'm new here. Have you been to one of these parties before?
Yeah, that works too. Gives them a chance to be the expert for a moment.
And the goal of these openers isn't really data collection, is it? It's about starting a flow.
Totally. It's about inviting a little story. So if they answer, oh, I work with Sarah, your follow-up needs to keep it open.
Not just, oh, nice.
Right. Ask something like, oh, cool, what kind of work do you guys do? Or, oh, really, what kind of project are you working on? An open question invites more than a one-word answer. It puts the conversational ball gently back in their court.
Okay, flow started. But then comes the name issue. It's noisy, you're maybe a bit nervous, you ask their name, they say it, and it just doesn't register. What do? Pretend you heard it.
Please don't pretend. That almost always backfires later. The sources are really clear on this. Polite honesty is way better than guessing.
So what do you say? What?
You can soften it a bit. Sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. It's a bit loud in here. Or just a simple, sorry, could you say your name again?
And then the crucial next step.
Repeat it immediately. Ah, Charlotte. Got it. Nice to meet you, Charlotte. Repeating it does two things. Confirms you heard it correctly this time, and helps lodge it in your own memory. It shows you're paying attention.
Okay, but what if you do forget it, like 5 minutes later? We've all been there. It's mortifying.
It feels mortifying, but honestly, most people are understanding because, like you said, we've all been there. Don't torture yourself trying to remember. Just own it politely.
How?
Something like, oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. Could you tell me yours again? A little self-deprecating humor helps.
My brain just blanked. Your name was.
Yeah. That kind of light honesty builds trust way faster than pretending you remember when you clearly don't. People appreciate the realness.
Okay, names handled. Now, the actual conversation often revolves around small talk. And learners sometimes feel like, ugh, this is so pointless, talking about the weather or the snacks.
Right, but they're missing the function of small talk. Those topics, the weather, the music, the food, the view, they aren't the destination of the conversation. They're the bridge.
A bridge to what?
To finding common ground, to warming up the interaction, to making the other person feel comfortable. A simple comment like, wow, that dip is amazing, or this music is great, is a low-risk way to start.
And then you see where it leads.
Exactly. If you comment on the dip and the person says, oh, thanks, I made it, boom, you've got your next question. No way, that's yours. It's incredible. What's in it?
And if they didn't make it?
You can still pivot. It's so good. Makes me wish I could cook like that. Do you enjoy cooking?
Use the environment. Use the shared experience of being at the party. It provides constant, easy material.
Okay, let's talk about a more advanced move. Joining a group that's already talking, or leaving one gracefully. How do you do that without being awkward or rude?
Yeah, this takes a bit of finesse. The worst things are hovering silently nearby like a ghost, or just barging in mid-sentence.
Definitely don't do that.
Right. So joining a group has a few steps. First, approach the edge of the group, physically. Open body language. Don't stand with your back to them.
Okay. Step 1, approach. Step 2, listen actively. Just for like 10-15 seconds. Tune in. What's the topic? Who's doing most of the talking? What's the general vibe? Serious, joking.
Get the lay of the land.
Exactly. Then, step 3 is the soft entry line. You need to find a natural pause or a moment to add something relevant, but gently.
How do you do that? What's a soft entry?
It acknowledges their flow. If they're talking about travel, you might wait for a slight pause and say, "Oh, excuse me, are you guys talking about Italy? I was just there last year." Or if it's about a local issue, sorry to jump in, but I read that article too. It's really interesting.
So you connect to what they're already discussing.
Yes. And then this is critical pause. Don't just launch into your story. Make your brief comment or question, and then pause. Let them react, acknowledge you, invite you in further. You've shown respect for their conversation.
Okay, listen, connect, pause. Got it. Now, escaping. How do you leave without a long, rambling excuse?
You don't need a big excuse. Keep it short and kind. The goal is to wrap it up without making the other person feel abandoned.
So things like,
"Well, it was really great talking to you. I think I'm going to grab another drink," or "It was lovely meeting you. I should probably go say hi to a few other people." Simple, polite, gives a reason, even a small one.
and you mentioned the generous exit.
Yes, this is a great one. Saying something like, "I don't want to monopolize your time. I'll let you mingle," frames your departure as being considerate of them. It's very smooth, very gracious.
I like that. I'll let you mingle. And if you actually want to talk to them again?
Use the future save phrase. As you're leaving, say something like, "Hey, save me that story about your trip later. I definitely want to hear the end of it." Or, "It was great chatting. Maybe I'll catch you again before the end of the night." It leaves the door open, confirms the connection felt genuine.
Nice. Okay, let's talk repairs. Misunderstandings happen, especially in noisy places. How do you fix them quickly?
Speed and lack of excessive apology are key. If you miss something, don't launch into a 5-minute explanation of why you couldn't hear. Just a quick, "Sorry, could you say that again? I missed the last part." Or, "Whoops, my brain skipped a beat there. What was that word?"
Keep it brief.
Yeah. And what if someone tells a joke or makes a cultural reference that goes completely over your head? Faking a laugh is usually obvious and awkward.
So what's better?
Playful honesty. "Wait, hang on. Is that a joke or is that a real thing?" said with a smile. Or, "Okay, I feel like that's a reference I'm totally missing. Can you fill me in?" It shows you're engaged and curious, not just lost. And it gives them a chance to explain, which people often enjoy.
Good point. And you mentioned balance.
Yeah, conversational balance. Don't just ask questions, and don't just talk about yourself. Aim for a mix. Share a very short anecdote, like 5 seconds. "Oh yeah, I tried skiing once, spent the whole time falling down. Never again." Then ask them a question. Keep it flowing back and forth.
And if you feel like you're talking too much?
Check in. It's a great move. "Am I rambling here? Does that make sense?" Or, "Anyway, that's my story. What about you?" It shows self-awareness.
Okay, so wrapping up social events, the confidence script boils down to:
Lead with your name, maybe a small reason for talking. "I loved your comment about X." Ask an open question. Listen. Share a little bit. Use those quick repair phrases if needed. "Oops, didn't mean to interrupt," or "Sorry, say again." Wrap up warmly, maybe with a future save.
And the big takeaway is that fixing a small mistake quickly
Is the most natural thing in the world.
Yeah.
If you say something that sounds weird, just quickly correct it. "Whoops, that came out wrong. What I meant was, the view is amazing." That recovery skill is valued much more than never making a mistake in the first place.
Okay, we've navigated the supermarket and the social event. Now let's move into the restaurant or cafe. This feels different again. The main challenge here seems to be pace.
Absolutely. Restaurants, and especially cafes, can feel incredibly fast-paced. There's noise, servers are busy, they often hit you with rapid-fire questions. For here or to go? Still or sparkling? How would you like that cooked?
Yeah, it can feel like an interrogation sometimes.
It can. So the solution isn't to try and match their speed. It's to have a few calm, natural phrases ready that let you control the pace when you need to and allow you to be specific.
Okay, so starting at the host stand, you arrive, maybe it's busy. How do you state your need clearly?
Efficiency is key here. Deliver the core information right away. "Hi, table for 2, please." Simple. Or if you booked, "Hi, reservation for Charlotte at 7.
And if you don't have a reservation and it looks busy,
Ask politely about the wait. "Hi, table for 2. We don't have a reservation. Is there much of a wait?" Or just, "Not yet. Is there a wait?"
what about asking for a specific type of table, like a booth?
Definitely ask, but frame it as a preference, not a demand. This is where flexibility sounds really natural. "Could we possibly get a booth if one's available?" Or, "We'd love a spot by the window if there's space, but really, anywhere is fine."
If possible or if there's space is key.
Huge. And adding, but anywhere is fine or first available works shows you're considerate and easy to accommodate, which staff always appreciate.
Okay, seated. Now, the water question seems basic, but
Yeah, there are choices. If the server asks still or sparkling and you just want regular water, the clearest, most natural phrase is just tap water is perfect, thanks. Using tap water is specific.
and if you do want sparkling,
Then just say sparkling, please. You can add specifics like with ice and lemon if you want.
now the menu. Sometimes you need more time. How do you ask for that without feeling like you're holding them up?
Calmly and politely state your need. Actually, could we have another minute or two with the menus? Or the very common, we'll need a couple more minutes, please. It's totally normal.
Okay. And when you are ready, maybe you want a recommendation. You said earlier not to just ask, what's good?
Right, that's too vague. It puts the server on the spot and usually gets you a generic answer like, everything's good.
So be specific again.
Yes. Show you've actually looked at the menu and narrowed it down. I'm trying to decide between the salmon and the risotto. Which one would you recommend? Or, they both sound great. Do you have a personal favorite between those two?
That gives them something concrete to respond to.
Exactly. You've done the initial work, making it easier for them to give you a useful, honest opinion.
Right. Let's get to the core skill here. Ordering with modifications. This seems to be where sounding natural really shines, or where learners often stumble.
It's definitely a key area. Native speakers modify orders all the time. The trick is using clear modifier phrases in a standard structure.
What's the structure?
Think of it like base order plus first modification, often an exclusion or swap, plus second modification, often an addition or placement.
Okay, give me an example. Say a chicken sandwich.
Hi, I'd like the grilled chicken sandwich, please. Could I get that with no onions? And swap the fries for a side salad.
Okay, so no onions is the exclusion. Swap the fries for a side salad is the swap.
Exactly. Or maybe, could I get the burger medium well with the sauce on the side? On the side is a super common and useful modification phrase.
So no ingredient, swap X for Y, and sauce dressing on the side. Those are key.
Absolutely fundamental for sounding natural when ordering. Practice them.
What about dietary needs? Allergies or preferences like being vegan? How do you communicate that without a long explanation?
Keep it simple and direct. For a serious allergy, lead with it clearly. Just to let you know, I have a severe peanut allergy. Is the dish name safe for me? Or could you check if there are any nuts in the sauce?
Okay, clear and focused on safety and for preferences.
Just state the fact, I'm vegetarian, what would you recommend? Or, I'm trying to avoid gluten. Do you have options for that?
Yeah.
No need for your life story, just the essential info for them to help you.
And if you're wondering if a swap costs extra, like swapping fries for that salad.
Ask directly but gently. Is there an extra charge if I substitute the salad for the fries? Or, just wondering if the side salad upgrade costs more? Better to know up front.
Okay, let's shift to the super fast version. The cafe counter. Maybe ordering coffee? You feel the pressure of the line behind you.
Yeah, the key here is having your core choices ready before you get to the counter. Hesitating here really slows things down.
What are the core choices?
Usually 3 things: drink type, size, and milk modification.
So practice the sequence.
Yes, practice the rhythm. Hi, could I get a medium latte with oat milk, please? Or large Americano black to go?
Yeah.
Drink, size, milk mod, maybe for here or to go.
What about other mods like temperature or sweetness?
Just tack them on clearly. Can I get that latte extra hot, or could you make that mocha with only half the syrup, please? Or less sweet?
And they usually repeat it back.
They should. And you should listen to that confirmation. If they say medium with a latte, yep, just a quick, yep, that's it. Or perfect, thanks, confirms everything.
Okay, now the awkward part. The food or drink arrives, and it's wrong. Or maybe the steak is undercooked. How do you handle this without seeming like a difficult customer?
Calmness and specificity are crucial. Avoid accusatory language. When the server checks in, how is everything? If it's good, keep it simple. Everything's great, thank you. Or really nice, thanks.
But if there is an issue...
Use those softeners again. Frame it as a possible mix-up, not their fault. Excuse me, I think there might have been a little mix-up. I ordered the pasta with no mushrooms, but this one seems to have them.
Okay, state the discrepancy calmly.
Yes, and adding that temporal softener we talked about can really help if it's not urgent. No rush at all, but whenever you get a chance, could we possibly get this sorted? Just flagging that is also good. No rush, just flagging that it came with onions.
What about something like an undercooked steak that needs fixing?
Right. Use a polite structure that compares expectation to reality. Hi, sorry, the steak is actually a little rarer than I'd expected. Would it be possible to just cook it for another minute or two?
Again, framing it as a request, not a demand.
Exactly. Would it be possible is much softer than, this is too rare, take it back. Adding, no rush, of course, even if you do want it back soon, just keeps the tone polite.
Good phrases. Okay, end of the meal, getting the bill. In the US, you usually have to ask for it, right?
That's generally true, yes. It won't just appear like in some other countries the standard polite request is, excuse me, could we get the check whenever you have a moment?
When you have a moment, another good softener.
Yes, acknowledges they're busy. Use check in the US and Canada. Bill is more common in the UK and elsewhere, but check is usually understood.
What about splitting the check?
Be clear up front before they run the card. Could we have separate checks, please? Is standard for an even split.
And if it's uneven?
Maximum clarity needed here. Hand on the cards and say clearly, okay, could you put the salmon and the iced tea on this card? Point or hold it up.
Yeah.
And everything else on this other card. Be explicit. Don't make them guess.
And leftovers. What's the phrase now? Is doggy bag still okay?
It's a bit dated, yeah. Sounds more natural to ask. Could we get a box for this? Or could I get this wrapped up to go?
A box for this. Simple. Yeah. Okay, so the confidence script for restaurants and cafes boils down to breathe, know your first sentence, use those specific modifier phrases on the side, swap for, be clear about issues, and end warmly.
Pretty much. Take control of the pace when you need to. Be specific, be polite. You'll sound perfectly natural.
All right, let's tackle the big one for stress, the airport.
Ah, yes. High speed, high stakes, missed flights, lost luggage potential. It's a pressure cooker.
Totally. But you said earlier the language is actually quite predictable.
Paradoxically, yes. While the situation is stressful, the actual language needed for most airport interactions is very structured, almost scripted. If you know the basic lines for each stage, it's much less intimidating.
Okay, that's comforting. Let's start at a check-in. You walk up to the counter. What's the first thing you say?
Get straight to the point. State your destination and your purpose. Hi, checking in for the flight to Boston. Or if you've checked in online, hi, I just need to drop off a bag for the Boston flight. Clear, concise.
What about seat requests? Can you still ask?
You can definitely ask, but again, use that polite request framing. Any chance of a window seat if one's still available, or would it be possible to get an aisle seat near the front? Using any chance or would it be possible makes it a soft request.
Okay, then the dreaded moment. Your bag goes on the scale and it's overweight. Panic sets in. What's the natural reaction?
The natural and effective reaction isn't apology or panic, it's immediate problem solving. Show you're ready to fix it.
So instead of, oh no, I'm so sorry, to say
something like, oh, okay, that's a bit heavier than I thought. No problem, should I move a few things in my carry-on right here? You're offering a solution, showing cooperation. That diffuses the situation immediately.
Good approach. And if you have something fragile.
Simple request, could you please add a fragile sticker to this bag? Short, functional.
Okay, check-in done. Now for security. This feels like a place where you definitely don't want to make a mistake.
Right. Efficiency and cooperation are paramount here. The key is, if you're unsure about a rule, just ask calmly. Don't guess and hold up the line.
Ask who? The officers.
Yeah, or just observe what others are doing. But if unsure, a quick question to an agent is fine. Excuse me, should shoes come off here? Or does my laptop need to come out of the bag? Quick, clear questions.
What if you make a mistake, like you forgot about a water bottle in your bag?
Own it quickly and fix it immediately. Oh, shoot, sorry about that. I'll go dump this out and come right back. No big drama, just quick action.
And if the scanner beeps or they pull you aside for extra screening?
Your mantra here is cooperation and calm. Just say, okay, or no problem.
Yeah.
Follow their instructions quietly. If they want to swab your bag, just say, sure, go ahead. Your calm demeanor is actually the most natural response in that slightly stressful moment. Don't get flustered.
Okay, calm and cooperative. Got through security. Now navigating the terminal. Need to find your gate.
Again, short, targeted questions. Use that excuse me opener. Excuse me, which way is gate B12? Or point at a sign. Excuse me, am I heading the right way for the C gates?
What about checking on the flight status? Delays are common.
Go to the gate counter and ask directly. Hi, just wondering if the flight to Denver is still on time. Or if you see delayed on the board. Hi, do you have an estimated new departure time for the Denver flight?
Now, the really stressful one. A delay means you might miss your connection. What do?
You need to communicate this secondary problem to the gate agent early, as soon as you know the delay might impact you. Don't wait until the last minute.
So approach the agent and say,
Hi, I'm on this delayed flight, and I have a really short connection in Chicago for my flight to Miami. Is there any chance I could be seated closer to the front to help me make it? Proactive communication.
and if it becomes clear, you will miss the connection.
Your focus immediately shifts. Approach the agent or the airline service desk and state the situation clearly. Hi, due to the delay on Flight 123, I've missed my connection to Miami on Flight 456. Could you help me with rebooking options?
Keep it factual.
Yes. And then ask the practical follow-up questions. What's the next available flight? Will my checked bag be transferred automatically? And if the delay was significant or the airline's fault, are meal or accommodation vouchers being offered for this delay? Be polite, but direct about needing solutions.
You mentioned a technique for high-stress situations, the 3-brick sentence.
Ah, yes. This is a great little mental tool when your brain feels overloaded, like in a noisy, stressful airport. It ensures you deliver the essential information clearly and quickly.
What are the 3 bricks?
Greeting plus target plus request question. You strip away all the extra words.
Give me an example. Instead of, excuse me, I'm looking for the check-in counter for British Airways.
Just tell. Hi, British Airways check-in. Maybe gesture vaguely. Or needing gate info. Hi, Flight 482 to Boston, gate. It sounds blunt written down, but in context, with a polite tone and maybe eye contact, it's perfectly efficient and understood.
Greeting, target, request, cuts through the noise.
Exactly. Maximum clarity, minimum cognitive load for you when you're stressed.
Okay, let's apply this on board the plane. Need to ask for something.
Politeness is key, but also timing. Wait for a moment when the flight attendant isn't rushing. For the overhead bin, excuse me, mind if I use this space? Pointing for a drink. Excuse me, could I possibly get some water when you have a moment? That when you have a moment is crucial.
Acknowledges their busyness. Right. Now, landing, immigration, you said here natural English is actually careful English.
Yes. This is not the place for casual chat or elaborate stories. The script is very standardized. Answer the questions asked directly and concisely.
Purpose of visit, length of stay, where are you staying?
Exactly. Stick to short, factual answers. Tourism, 10 days, staying at the Hilton downtown. If they ask for more detail, provide it, but don't volunteer extra information. Clarity and brevity are seen as natural and appropriate here.
Okay. And the final hurdle, baggage claim. Your bag doesn't arrive.
Deep breath. Go directly to the baggage service desk for your airline. Have your flight number and baggage tag receipt ready.
And what do you say?
State the facts clearly. Hi, my checked bag from Flight 482 from London didn't arrive. Here's my baggage claim tag. Then provide the necessary info for delivery. Could you please arrange for it to be delivered to the Riverside Hotel? Here's the address and my contact number. Be methodical.
And if you missed a connection and need to rebook and sort your bag,
Focus on one thing at a time if possible. But if you're at a service desk that handles both, state the connection issue first. Hi, I missed my connection on Flight 456 because Flight 123 was delayed. Could you help me rebook? Once that's sorted, immediately ask, and could you please confirm if my checked bag will be transferred to my new flight? Confirm the logistics.
So the airport takeaway seems to be, know the script for each stage, use short, clear, polite requests, deploy the 3-brick sentence when stressed, and stay calm and cooperative.
That's it, exactly. Predictability is your friend here.
Ah.
Okay, our final environment, the office. This one surprises many learners because they often prepare for very formal, written communication, like emails.
Right, focusing on formal business English.
But the reality, as the sources show, is that so much of daily office communication is actually made up of these quick, small, human interactions. Hallway chats, quick questions over the desk, little requests. It's like the background music of work.
The music of work, I like that. So that corridor language, the quick hellos, what's natural there?
It sets the tone. A simple morning or, hey, how's it going, as you pass someone is standard.
And the reply, not just fine.
Fine is okay, but a slightly more engaged, natural reply might acknowledge the work context while staying positive. Good, thanks. Gonna be a busy one today. Or, doing well, just grabbing coffee before the 10 o'clock meeting. Concise acknowledges workload maybe, keeps it light.
Okay. Now, asking for someone's time or help. This seems crucial for collaboration, but potentially awkward. How do you do it naturally?
Avoid vague requests like, can we talk sometime? Be specific about what you need and how much time you need. Respect their boundaries.
So instead of need your help, try.
Hey, quick question about the budget report when you have a sec. Or even better, if you got 5 minutes after the team meeting, I'd love to quickly get your eyes on this one slide before I send it out. You specified the topic, the duration, 5 minutes, and the timing after the meeting. Much easier for them to say yes to.
And listen for that office shorthand they might use in reply.
Definitely. Phrases like, sure, just ping me when you're ready, meaning send a quick message. Or, yep, can we do 10 minutes around 11.15? They're using efficient language back.
Okay, updates. Giving updates on your work without sounding like you're bragging or making excuses.
Keep them short, focused, and often promise-based. State what's done or nearly done, and when the next step will happen. Just a quick update. I've finished drafting the proposal. I'll send it over for review by lunchtime. Or, almost done with the data analysis. Should have the key findings summarized by end of day. That by X time promise is really common and builds accountability.
And if you're running late on something, don't just hide.
Absolutely not. Proactive communication is key for trust. Use the magic softener. Heads up.
Heads up.
Yeah, it's a fantastic phrase. Heads up. I'm running a little behind on that report. I hit a snag with the data, but I'm working on it now and should still get you a draft by 4 p.m. It gives them advance warning, explains briefly, no long excuses needed, and gives a revised timeline. It shows respect for their planning.
That builds way more trust than silence.
Okay, scheduling meetings.
Be decisive, but flexible. Propose a specific time. Does 3 p.m. work for a quick sync on the project? If they say no, offer an alternative immediately. Okay, how about 10 a.m. tomorrow? Or I can do 4 p.m. today if that's better. Make it easy to find a time.
And the stand-up meeting rhythm. Very specific structure there. Usually, yes. Designed for speed. The common format is, okay, so yesterday I finished coding the login module. Today I'm going to work on the password reset flow. No blockers right now. Past, present, future, blockers. Quick and structured.
Now, the really tricky stuff, feedback and disagreement. Giving critical feedback without crushing morale.
Soften it. Sandwich technique sometimes works, positive, negative, positive. But more specifically, use minimizing language for the fix required.
Like the phrase, one tiny tweak.
Exactly. This looks great overall. Really solid structure. Just one tiny tweak. Maybe we could shorten the title a little. It feels a bit long. It frames the feedback as a minor adjustment, not a fundamental flaw. Much easier to hear and act on.
Okay. And disagreeing. Pushing back on an idea or a plan without starting a conflict, there's a structure for that too.
Yes, a really effective one. Validate, concern, compromise, alternative. It prevents the other person from feeling immediately attacked.
Okay, break that down. Step 1, validate.
Show you understand their perspective first. Okay, I can see why that approach is appealing. Or, I understand the thinking behind wanting to launch it next week. Acknowledge the merit or logic first.
Step 2, state your concern.
Frame your objection neutrally, often focusing on risk, timing, or resources. My main concern is the potential risk of launching without more testing. Or, I'm just a bit worried about the tight deadline for the design team if we go that route. Use I statements focused on the issue, not them.
And step 3, propose a compromise or alternative.
Offer a solution or a different path forward. Could we perhaps consider shipping the core feature as planned and then adding that enhancement in the following sprint? Or what if we did X instead? That might achieve a similar goal with less risk right now. You're collaborating on a solution, not just shooting down their idea.
Validate, concern, compromise. That's incredibly useful. And after a discussion where decisions are made, you mentioned the confidence move of recapping.
Yes. It prevents misunderstandings and ensures everyone is on the same page. Before the meeting ends, just say, okay, great discussion. So just to recap and make sure we're aligned. We're going to postpone the launch to the 15th. Sarah will update the project plan, and I'll draft the internal comms. Did I miss anything?
That last part, did I miss anything, is important.
Crucial. It empowers others to correct you or add something, showing your collaborative and value accuracy. It's a strong leadership signal, actually.
We heard some specific office verbs and shorthand earlier, things like looping you in.
Yeah, understanding the office jargon is part of sounding natural there. Looping you in just means adding someone to an email thread or conversation. Flagging a nit means pointing out a very small issue or question. FYI, or for visibility only, on an email means no action is needed. Just read it. Knowing these saves time and prevents confusion.
And when you make a mistake, which happens.
Own it quickly and simply. No need for a lengthy dramatic apology. Just, good catch. That mistake is on me. I'll fix it right now and share the updated version. Quick ownership builds trust far more effectively than excuses.
Finally, saying no. Sometimes you just can't take on more work. How do you refuse graciously?
The key is to say no to the request, but yes to the relationship. offer an alternative.
How?
Unfortunately, I'm completely swamped today and won't be able to give that the attention it deserves. Could we possibly look at it first thing tomorrow morning? Or, okay, I can't do a deep dive review today, but I could give it a quick skim for any major issues now, or do a proper review tomorrow, which would be more helpful for you. You're setting a boundary, but still offering value. #tag outro.
Wow. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground there. 5 very different scenarios, from just grabbing groceries to, navigating complex office politics.
Yeah, quite a journey.
But as we pull back from the specifics of asking for ripe avocados or handling flight delays, there seems to be a really powerful core idea emerging, a synthesis across all these situations.
I think so too. It really boils down to 3 simple principles for sounding natural. Aim for short, kind, and clear communication.
Short, kind, clear. Let's unpack that. Short.
Keep your sentences relatively concise, especially when initiating or requesting. It keeps the conversation moving, it's easier for others to process, and it reduces your own cognitive load. Less chance to get tangled up.
Okay. Kind.
Use those softeners we talked about. Excuse me, could you possibly, when you have a moment, by any chance, no rush, but these little phrases transform demands into polite requests. They smooth the edges of interaction. It's about the tone.
And clear.
Be specific, don't be vague. Ask for it thinly sliced, not just ham. Ask to swap fries for a salad. Don't just say you don't want fries. Ask for 5 minutes after the meeting, not just to talk sometime. Clarity prevents misunderstanding and shows confidence.
So short, kind, clear. It's less about having a massive vocabulary.
Much less. It's about the choices you make with the words you do have, that gentle but clear language, that steady rhythm. That's what lands well. That's what sounds natural.
And the other big takeaway for me is about mistakes. We all make them.
Guaranteed. Everyone does. But the native natural response isn't a meltdown or a 5-minute apology. It's quick, calm repair.
Right. Just, oops, sorry, this should have been hot. Could we switch it? Or socially, whoops, totally misunderstood that. What did you mean?
Exactly. That ability to recover quickly, fix it, and move on, that is a massive signal of fluency and confidence. Much more than never making a mistake in the first place.
Okay, so here's the challenge for you, the listener, based on all this. Don't feel overwhelmed. Don't try to memorize every single phrase we discussed today.
Please do.
Instead, pick just one. One new, short, kind, clear phrase from one of these 5 environments that you think you might use this week.
Just one. Maybe it's, by any chance, for the supermarket. Maybe it's, could you say your name again, for a social event. Maybe, could I get that on the side, for a restaurant.
Or heads up, running a bit late for work.
Right. Pick one phrase.
Yeah.
And then practice it. Say it out loud a few times seriously, in the car, in the shower, wherever. Get the rhythm into your mouth before you actually need it in a real situation.
Make it muscle memory.
Exactly. So when the pressure's on, it just comes out naturally.
It strikes me that by focusing on these seemingly small exchanges, ordering coffee correctly, asking for a gate change smoothly, handling a quick hallway chat at work, we're actually learning something much bigger than just vocabulary or grammar.
What's that?
We're learning how to enter any space, any conversation, quickly read the dynamics, understand the script, and then participate in a way that, well, leaves things a little clearer, maybe a little kinder than we found them.
That's a great way to put it. It's about navigating the interaction smoothly and respectfully. Gracious, efficient participation.
And maybe that's the real deep meaning of sounding natural. Not perfection, but that smooth, considerate participation.
I think you've nailed it. It's not about being flawless. It's about being present, adaptable, and ready to keep the flow going. Keep your interactions short, kind, and clear.
Brilliant. Well, until next time on the deep dive, try out that one phrase. Short, kind, clear. You might be really surprised how quickly your English starts to feel and sound like you absolutely belong.